It's Anything Goes Friday. So Conrad in Ramona, California, watching Free Speech TV on the Dish Network. Hey, Conrad, what's up?
Hi, Thom. I wanted to supply a meme I think we should be using for about the next 40 years, as long as, the Reagan Revolution we've been living under. And that is like we did before. When people ask, how are we going to pay for free college? Like we did before under Eisenhower, 91%
top income tax rate.
Under Nixon, was it 76%?
No, it was Lyndon Johnson in '64 dropped it to 74%, from 91 to 74%. And that was a project that Kennedy proposed actually before the election of 1960, which was actually a tax increase because there were so many loopholes in the tax code that nobody at Jack Kennedy's level of wealth was paying that 91%. On average, they were paying, after they started making millions of dollars, they were paying, 40, 50, 60%. So what they did was they tightened up the loopholes. They closed a whole lot of loopholes and set the top rate at 74% and said, damn it, you're going to pay this. And that's where it stood from 64 up until, I think, 82 or 83 was Reagan's first tax cut.
Well, I like to call it the Nixon tax rate because, that'll twist the knife in the hearts.
Well, Nixon was fine with it. Nixon had no desire to lower that rate, no intention to. He never talked about it. I'm sorry, Conrad?
That way, when you're talking to conservatives, and you're calling it the Nixon tax rate, like you said, he was fine with it.
Yeah, well, you got the Eisenhower tax rate, which he loved, which was 91%. You got the Nixon tax rate, which he was fine with, which was 74%. And then, once that went down, so did the average working person's income. And by the way, fascinating new study out yesterday suggesting that the reason why wages we just saw the biggest increase in wages in 30 years, that the reason why that happened is because back in the spring and in last fall, a whole bunch of states passed states and localities even, like in Seattle, passed an increase in their minimum wage. And by increasing the minimum wage, they not only increased wages for people, but they increased the amount of money that folks in the bottom end of the income ladder are spending. And by spending that money, they're stimulating the economy. So it's, another proof that raising the minimum wage is a good thing for the economy.
The beauty of this is, you can make it a bumper sticker, and I think we just should repeat it like we did before, ad nauseum, so no conservative even wants to go down any route of argument that might bring us to say, like we did before.
Yeah, I mean, you almost have to ask the question sometimes, how is it that we put a man on the moon and brought him back? Well, we had a 74% top tax rate. It's actually when Jack Kennedy proposed that, it was 91%. And how is it that we built the Eisenhower interstate highway system from coast to coast and just revitalized an entire nation? We had a top 91% tax rate. How is it that we were able to, if you look at the infrastructure of America, it seems frozen in amber since 1980, since the Reagan presidency, when he cut the tax rate and stopped investing in America, basically. And so, yeah, excellent point, Conrad. I got to move along, but thank you for the call. Excellent.